Do 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 do
Don Corleone, we just made a new edit to Godfather 3. It's going to make it much better. It is much truer to the first two stories. We added a new beginning and we changed the ending and we pulled a bunch of stuff out of it and removed some of the context and slam it through the editor for a little while, cleaned up the video. Oh, it's so much better. Oh, you're gonna love it. It's perfect for the fans. It's much truer to mine and Mario's vision, and we changed the name back to the original. The Godfather Part 3, Coda, The Death of Michael Corleone.
Francis, why do you show your fans such disrespect? What have they done to you, except for buy your movies? You didn't do this for the love of the movie. You did this as a cash grab. Admit it.
Yes, I did it as a cash grab.
How we doing today? Nice to see you. Well, Godfather Part 3, Coda, The Death of Michael Corleone. All right. Well, I don't generally do movie reviews, but this one needed a review. Well, more of a rant than a review. Just so you know, to preface this, I love the Godfather franchise. I own it in two different forms, the trilogy in two different forms. I own the chronological version, and I also own the, it's like a gold standard version. I love it. Watch it whenever it's on, pop my discs in all the time and see it. That being said, I was pretty excited to hear that there was a new edit out for Godfather 3. Now, I had no problem with the original. I thought it was good. It was a fitting ending. Would I have liked to seen some other things? Yeah, probably. But, all in all, I enjoyed it. So this is coming from a person that actually enjoyed Godfather Part 3. And I thought it was a good ending. And it was a movie of its time. So when I heard that they were doing a re-edit on it and remaster and changing the context a little bit, I was like, that's great. I can't wait to see it. So I didn't do any search online. I didn't check anything out online to see what it was about, how it ended. I didn't want to spoil it for myself. And after renting it, it was like $4.50 to rent it on Amazon Prime. I started watching it, and yeah, the beginning was different. They shuffled around some stuff with the Cardinal making the deal. It kind of felt a little bit more like the beginning of Godfather Part 1, where they're in the office at the wedding. You don't know they're at a wedding yet, and they're having a discussion with Bordesare there. But that's what they kind of tried to make it feel like in the beginning. Actually, I liked the original beginning. It gave you more context on Michael's relationship with his daughter. And I feel like a lot of the stuff that they actually took out, it's like 10 or 15 minutes shorter of a movie. And you notice it. You notice some things. It jumps around a little bit. It's like the cuts are staggered. It just doesn't feel right. As you do know, this is full of spoilers. So if you're watching this, prepare to get it spoiled. And actually, it might save you $5 or $15 or whatever the Blu-ray's selling for, or whatever you're going to rent it for. Because really, you don't need to see this. It doesn't do anything for the movie. It doesn't add anything. The visuals are good, but my Blu-rays play wonderful. It feels jumbled up. Things are cut and moved around and actually kind of change the context of the story, but not in a good way. It's like the movie doesn't flow very well. It had a flow problem to begin with on the original cut, but this one even flows worse. It's just not very good. And the ending, as we all know, Michael Corleone dies in the end. We see after Mary gets shot on the steps of the Opera House, they cut to him sitting in a yard all by himself, And he puts his glasses on, and wide shot, falls over and dies. And so when I saw the name Coda, The Death of Michael Corleone, which was supposed to be the original name of the movie, I guess. Sounds a little pretentious, but whatever. Anyway, I'm thinking, well, they changed the end of this. Maybe they had some cuts where Michael got shot instead of Mary. And it kind of changes the end of the story. And maybe they have all that in the can and they just decided to put it out. So I'm watching the movie. I'm going, okay, it's good. And I really like the movie. I think it's humorous. I love the way Vincent is so much like Sonny. And it's really funny to watch and hear him just have his outbursts and things like that. I mean, if a gangster movie can be funny, I literally laugh out loud every time I watch him playing that part. The ending, so it's basically the same ending. Mary gets shot. They're on the stairs. They cut out a bunch of little speeches and context in the end of it, but the end is the same. Mary gets shot on the stairs. Michael loses it. He's screaming on the stairs. It goes quiet. Then they go to a wide shot of the staircase of the opera, and it hangs there for a while. And then to Michael Corleone alone in a backyard of a villa. And he puts his glasses on, and he lays his head down like this, but he doesn't die. They don't show him dying. And then it cuts to some text. It says they wish long life, and with a long life, a Sicilian never forgets. Something like that. So essentially saying, he's got to live with all of these mistakes throughout his life, and he's going to live a long one, and he's going to have to relive them every day for the rest of his life. I get it. It's poetic. I understand. Thank you. Golf clap. We all knew that. So I felt with the ending, the original ending, the way it was done, I knew that, okay, so this Immobiliare business was done. He was completely out of the mafia. Vincent was the new Don. He finally became legit, let's just say. And Mary dies. He loses his love, his daughter. Of course, with this, I'm sure Kay never wanted to see him again. And I'm sure Tony never wanted to see him again. So his ultimate goal was to always become legitimate. And that was what we heard through the entire Godfather series from when Michael took over. And, well, he finally became legitimate and lost everything. But if you think about it, he pretty much lost everything throughout the movie. I mean, it's a very tragic story when you think about it. Francis Ford Coppola was asked if he thought it was a good thing that they were glorifying mobsters in this lifestyle. And I don't feel like it was glorifying them at all. Yeah, we looked at them like they were, good characters, and we enjoyed watching them. But at the end of it, I mean, you saw the pain, you saw the evil things that they did just to get where they were in the name of their families. So I don't think it glorified anything, to be honest with you. Michael Corleone turned out to be a ruthless, Don. And I think probably more so than his father. Maybe a little bit more unwavering. But to end this off, I really wouldn't spend my time watching this. Wait for it to come out on HBO or something, or on regular TV, and then watch it and tell me what you think at that point. But, I mean, if you want to go rent it or buy it, feel free, because you got to own it. Go ahead. But it's really not that good at all. I was very unimpressed, and at the end I was just sitting there with my jaw open. What did I just watch? I mean, I could have just popped one of my discs in and watched it. Or it was on the other day on regular TV. I mean, how many times I got to buy this movie? I just feel like... I'm sure Francis Ford Coppola thought he was doing something cool and he was giving his vision. But to me, it felt like a cash grab. And it felt disingenuous. It wasn't good. That's my opinion. If you have a different opinion, feel free to leave it in the comments. Godfather 3, Coda, The Death of Michael Corleone. Doesn't add anything to the franchise as far as I'm concerned, and waste of time. Watch the original if you have it, or wait for it to come on TV. I enjoy it. It's a great movie, but give it a try. See what you think. All right. Thanks for watching. Figured I'd jump on here and talk about that real quick. And you all have a great day, and we'll see you next time.